Hi, this is Matt. This video I would like to talk about the fact that automated trading systems are not short-term investments. Those are investments that could go through wide fluctuations. I think this is a very important video to understand automated trading systems, how they work, the risks associated with them, and so forth. And I think this will give you a really good idea if you have the risk tolerance to diversify into automated futures trading systems. Before I proceed, just to let you know, I am on optimusfutures.isystems.com. Please read the disclaimer associated, it's right below if you scroll down, associated with futures trading, the risks that are associated with futures trading, and the risk associated with automation and hypothetical track records. Okay, so I'm going to choose a system here. Again, I like to choose those things randomly and just basically go with what the system offers and just go from there, because this is the pretty much the process that probably you will encounter. So let's choose this one, for example, CL Bologna X4. Okay. And we're going to wait for it to load. Okay. So one of the things that you'll see here, that the suggested capital is 25,000 and the worst drawdown that has occurred is 9,085. And this is a really important figure because this is potentially what the system fluctuation could experience. Now, in real life, worst drawdowns can be less than that or more than that. However, this number gives you a gauge whether you should stop the system at any point in time. And at the same time, it also should give you an idea of what you're about to enter into. So I feel that this industry, many times when it comes to automated trading, people always look at the reward side. But when they encounter fluctuations and losses, they might stop a system that could potentially work out in the long run. However, nobody explained to them that in the short run it could be very, very big fluctuations and so forth, and also give them a number or a gauge where they should potentially stop trading the system. So again, we're looking here at the worst drawdown. It was $9,000. It means that at any point in time, if you invested $25,000, let's just round it up to 10,000, you could have been down to $10,000. And at that point, while you're down, it's still historically in line with the system performance. So you see an equity curve here that goes up and so forth. But in reality, in between, there's a lot of drawdowns. You know, it reaches this new high and then it retraces here, or it reached new high here and it retraces here and so forth. So nothing that is achieved in terms of a new high, whether in real life or in hypothetical numbers, is not done with a very smooth equity curves when it comes to futures trading, in my personal experience. Right over here, you will have all the figures that you could potentially experience as far as a loss. So here you see this in the year of 2013, the system lost 1,300, 600, 685, 980. Now, imagine sitting through January, February, March, and April through losses. Most people would probably get out of it, right? They would say, okay, this is not for me. They have the right to do that. However, I think if people look at overall the risk associated historically, which is $9,000, they would say, okay, maybe this is still in line with the performance of the system. We saw 2 positive months thereafter, and again, negative, positive, 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 negative, negative, ending on the year on a negative return. You would see here that this year ended also on a negative side. So pretty much you had 2 years of negative performance, and yet all of a sudden in 2015, you had a return so far of 22,000, which is clearly, it overcomes the losses. But my entire point over here is that sometimes systems are a very long-term thing, and you really had to wait 3 years since the inception of the system with live performance to get to those figures, and that is really important. So again, systems are not fast cash. They're not there to provide you with a monthly return. Many times I talk to customers and they ask me, well, what can I do monthly? Well, I think one deceptive way to talk about systems is to say, well, is to average everything here in the last 3 years and come up with a very strong positive number. But I feel it's very misleading. You really have to look at the fluctuations of month to month of what you can experience and so forth. Now, clearly, some systems will have less than 9,000. Some people will have more than 9,000 and so forth. People that have been trading automated trading systems for many years do understand this concept. This is not new to them. They really have a very long-term outlook. Nevertheless, new people, especially self-directed customers who might switch to more of a passive type investment where they're looking for a certain level of return, they come with certain expectations that every month the system could be positive. Now, you could experience positive months. If somebody started in 2015, this would have been a very smooth equity. Nevertheless, somebody who started from 2013 might experience a different equity curve when it comes to trading. In any case, that's basically it. Again, just to summarize this, the worst drawdown is a very important number to look at. It's important to look at the individual monthly losses that can occur, not just look at a total return for the year. And this would give you also the idea whether it sits right with you in terms of your risk tolerance and so forth. There's no such thing as free lunch. There is no easy money. And even in automated trading systems, you have to be a very patient individual in order, if potentially there's a gain behind the system. If there's one thing that I would say could substantially affect your psychology is what type of funds you use. My recommendation is always, always, always to use risk capital. It's money that should not affect your lifestyle, your livelihood, or anything of that sort. And basically, then at that point, you could potentially not be affected emotionally by fluctuations that occur in an automated trading system. That's basically it. Just to remind everybody that past performance is not indicative of future results, and there is a substantial risk of loss in futures trading. Thank you for listening, and if you have any questions, please call us. Our numbers are here. Let me just get out of here. And optimusfutures.isystems.com. It's 800-771-6748. If you're overseas, you can use this number, 561-367-8686. And I look forward to answering all your questions. You can also click this button here, help me choose a system, that will take you to one of our web pages that you can fill out, and we can help you choose a strategy. Thank you very much for your time, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.